So, hello ladies and gentlemen, let me just get my mic on, yeah, there we go. Welcome to another video by TheWord here. Let me just change my settings again. I keep forgetting to do this before the actual game starts. But anyway, yeah, we have Polarbear against Pulse. Polarbear is UEF, Pulse is Cybran. So, I've been trying to kind of mentor Pulse, but it's not been going rather well because he sucks. Nah, he's a good player, but he's rather prone to doing silly stuff instead of like straightforward stuff. Like he will kind of go for Soul Rippers or Magnetrons or nukes or something instead of just making more Megaliths and just beating the other guy much quicker. But we see he's going to land factories. He's doing 6 mexes, 2 factories, pretty standard really. And then we have Polarbear, which is kind of a new contender really on the competitive scene. He's quite good, but I haven't really played him that much. I think I played once or twice maybe. I can't really remember. I mean, he's doing pretty much exactly what Pulse is doing, but a bit slower. He hasn't got the build order right, I don't think. He's just getting his second pigeon now. He's okay probably. He's just I don't know. He's got factories up quicker than Pulse basically. It's the only difference. But Pulse has a bit more other stuff, running a bit more skint on resources, energy. I'd say Pulse. He always likes doing that as well. But so we have both sides just making tanks. Well, the Cybran is making loyalists because loyalists suck, but yeah, so he's making both sides just doing pretty much very standard stuff. Lots of yeah, there we go. That's a good zoom, I think. Oh, assault bots being sent out in every which way by Pulse, aka Leslie, as I like to call him. Just building him. Okay, so he's got 4, 5, 6, 7, he's got 8 mexes now, but I do not approve of the way he's expanding. You expand like that if you're UEF or Cybran, UEF or Illuminate, sorry, where you're trying to concentrate on the frontal battle, where you can shove all your mexes up front so they don't get harassed by Cybran loyalists. But if you're Cybran, you need to expand sideways and backwards because there's quite a lot of mexes down here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 5 there, and those are much harder for the Illuminate slash UEF person to try and kill. I think Pulse has radar upgrade. I mean, I think otherwise he wouldn't risk those loyalists. Well, maybe he would. I'm not sure. There's not that many of them. He's got 2 assisted factories against 2 assisted factories. He's getting a 3rd factory up right now. So he's going to have a unit advantage, but Polarbear's behind on resources, maxes as well. Pulse has 1 more max. Oh, there we go. A 3rd factory coming up by Polarbear. So very kind of standard UEF consolidating build by Polarbear. He's got lots of units here though. I mean, they're not doing anything. Might as well kind of shove them to attack stuff. The classic Cybran surround everywhere with bots technique being used here by Pulse. Let's see, this loyalist, I mean, it's not going to do anything really, is it? It's just going to die to 2 tanks. Is it being microed? No, I don't think it is being microed, it's just going to die. Oh, that's the thing with Cybran. You have to be really careful when you actually commit to these kind of battles. Oh, micro, side to side micro. No near enough side to side micro being used here. Ooh, yeah, this is out of there. Yeah, he needs to oh, but while I wasn't watching, there's a lot of microing stuff happening on the other side. He needs to get those out of there. They're completely outnumbered. ACU's there as well. Tanks coming in from loyalists coming in from all directions. Quite good micro here by Pulse. Careful he doesn't lose stuff to those demolishers though. I mean, they do fire in straight, where you're predicted to be. So that's where the shot will land. So if you don't micro accordingly as well, it's going to be nasty. This reminds me of the game I played against Pulse. The Word's Guide. What was it? The way to build more, the Word way, or something like that. It was called. It was basically this, but I was doing it much better, to be honest. Not gonna lie. Polarbear still hasn't finished that third factory he has, which is bad, because he's running on 2 factories, even though he's spent the resources on the third. And his tanks are also they're doing a good job, I guess, but oh, there he is, finishing that one. Okay, so he's running on 3 factories now. Oh, he's not microing those on the left there, on the right, sorry. While Pulse is not microing those on the left. Looks like Pulse is going to come off better on the right though, definitely, but not on the left. He's lost a few on the left. There's superior numbers of UEF tanks as well. I wonder what Pulse is tagged for though. Oh, a demolisher shot. It's gonna be, no, it's not gonna be nasty. It's all good. Right then, so we have Pulse here just expanding everywhere. Loyalists going everywhere. Oh, just lost 2 loyalists down there to demolisher shells. Yeah, demolisher shells are they're actually quite good against Cybran, I guess, especially if the Cybran player is trying to micro in several places at once, kind of thing. It probably does rather well. That's like an eco count here. We have 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 mexes by Pulse, fighting 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 mexes by Polarbear. Pulse has got a research station up, so he's got a research advantage. And Polarbear doesn't have it, but that's quite a big land force down the right by Polarbear. He could probably push Pulse back to his base. He has enough, yeah. Polarbear has enough tanks, basically, to do anything he wants. But, yeah, he's not gonna though. He's just gonna sit there and just make stuff, just make more tanks, and wait till he gets more research, and then do stuff. I don't see UEF players building in these 4 max spots on either side. They don't just go there and build stuff there. I mean, those are 4 maxes which can easily defend against Cybran by just putting a factory, shield, PD, job done. But Leslie doing what sorry, I'm calling him Leslie, but that's what I call Pulse, because interesting story. Pulse was attacking Spuddy, and Spuddy told Pulse that if he didn't stop attacking him, that he would call Pulse Leslie for the rest of his life. So that's how that became done. Polarbear getting a research station up. Interesting location for a research station. We're quite exposed. We have loyalists trying to get some radar / mech / factory kills. Oh, devastating lack of micro here by Polarbear. It's getting. He's got radar. You should have seen this. You should have predicted it a bit more. Now he's got tanks there, not doing anything. He just lost a max. So he just really didn't need to lose a max. But Pulse is going to lose probably that northern. No, he's not. I thought he was going to lose that northern part, but he's not. Actually, maybe too much demolishers actually in this unit mix by Polarbear. It's the loyalists are doing quite well because they can dodge the Brackman shots. Demolisher shots. Oh, maybe we have some max rape happening here. Probably not. Oh, those shells are gonna hit those loyalists. No, they're not. So we see here Polarbear just momentary derp in micro has set him back quite a lot. In terms of just 1 max dead. That just shouldn't have happened, and that's another extra research advantage for Pulse, which is now getting his 3rd research station up, and he's getting his mexes on the back as well. Yeah, I've got 2 screens, so I'm not looking at this main screen. I'm looking at the other one to see what's going on, so I can zoom there for interesting stuff if interesting stuff happens. But yeah. It's kind of just stagnating now. The game it's kind of reaching a stage where both players are kind of almost getting their minor experimental out. I'd assume. Definitely thinking for a minor experimental. There we go. Polarbear's getting his fat boy out now, so that's why he's busy macroing, getting PGens. Yeah, the classic sign of fat boy. UEF players never prepare for the fat boy, and they normally have enough mass, but almost never have enough energy. But here we have some loyalists making it into Polarbear's base. Is going to be nasty. Polarbear's going to lose. He's not going to lose that max. He's not going to lose that max, but he's going to lose that PGen that fast for sure. He's probably going to lose this. Yeah, he's going to lose a chunk of his base now because Polarbear is kind of don't know what he did. Just did not compute really what he did. So he's probably going to try and lots of battle here's now. Good micro both sides, I guess. Just UEF micro obviously being much easier. You can just run away or run forwards. Oh, Brackman's making a appearance in this game. Loyalist just getting owned there at the bottom. That's the thing when you attack your enemy with your enemy base. You know, you may get like two whatchamacallit mexes, but that does not mean that you're better off. It means that you can actually lose your loyalists because you've gone for base rape. I mean, Polarbear, he's not prioritizing his building tasks. He's not even using his ACU that well, but he's using it too. Oh, Brack Shell's coming in as well here. It's a very good unit combination. Some loyalists and some Brackmans really do well in this kind of situation, where your opponent has to run after your forces or run into them. The Brackmans do a very good task. Oh, some more base rape happening here. I mean, like, look at this. I mean, he's gonna probably get that max. Well, probably not actually now. No, he's not gonna get the max now. But I mean, he's lost a lot of units doing this run. It's kind of maybe it is productive in the long haul, but you have to be prepared to defend yourself in the short run, because you've traded base structures for units. He's probably just gonna is he gonna target that and just finish it off? Oh, he's probably gonna get that max. Yeah, there he goes. But now Polarbear is doing getting a fat boy, I presume. Let's what is it? Is it space? It is space. Yeah, that is a fat boy there being built in all its glory. Earth Federation, baddies. But anyway, we have he's used mega armor. He did use mega armor a while back as well, but that didn't used it to good effect, I guess. But UEF tanks will always run away. Oh, max guns obtained. Max guns is a poor excuse. Max guns means that you can't basically defend your own base. It's well worth trading a max for like 10 to 15 loyalists. It's always worth doing that. But you should never. Oh, we have a megalith coming in. Polarbear kind of working without a radar. I think that's why he got max guns. He was just unsafe of how many stuff Pulse had. But here we have that megalith now. It's doing quite a lot of damage. Excuse me. Probably gonna got a sip of water. There we go. Fat Boy is now out, and that's now gonna make that megalith's life a living hell, because Fat Boys kinda counter megaliths quite well, and loyalists. Well, basically it requires an absurd amount of micro on the Cybran's part to not die to Fat Boys, but it can be done. I mean, oops, sorry, bad. There you go. So Polarbear has now rebuilt his base. All his factories are paused. You know, he needs to unpause those factories, carry on building tanks, because if Pulse gets jump jet, then that's goodbye to that Fat Boy. So Pulse has got megaliths. Not that great a choice against UEF, but that's what he's done. He's got a lot of PGens at the back. He's probably going to use